Okay, my name is Ashley Bolwerk, and we are in Sitka, Alaska today at the Sitka Sound Science Center, hanging out right in front of the sound here. This year I'm an Alaska Sea Grant Fellow, and my host agency is NOAA's Habitat Conservation Division, which is part of the National Marine Fisheries Service. And I should back up a second and explain that I was born and raised in Wisconsin, where we don't have all of these amazing Pacific salmon that are naturally running up through our forests and our ecosystems. And when I first moved to Southeast Alaska, what really resonated with me and drew me to this place is how connected everyone is to the land and to their food, and salmon is a huge part of that. And so for me to do salmon research, where my job was to drive around on a boat and show up at a stream in the middle of nowhere. I mean, these are islands where you're 100 miles from the nearest community, and that community is tiny. There's fishermen all around on their boats and whatnot, but when you get to this stream, it really feels like you're in the middle of nowhere. And to get off on the shore and then walk up that stream and just admire all of the salmon that are there is really this mind-blowing experience. It's literally every kind of gap between mountains, the watersheds are filled with salmon, and so you can stop at any one of these streams and walk for miles and just see a stream full of salmon. You just see all of this vibrant ecology going on in real life as you're lucky enough to be there walking along this stream and enjoying the fish. And then you also get to see all of the other wildlife that live there and depend on the salmon. It's all of your classic bears and eagles, but also dolly varden and other small trout that are in the stream, you know, eating the salmon eggs as they're being laid in the stream, and the little shorebirds that are diving after eggs. Part of the work is also to pull out the fish after they've spawned and then collect biological samples on those. You also realize just how unique each individual fish is and how beautiful they are, and that they have this huge diversity within their population. And that's what's so cool about salmon, is they all go out in the ocean, live together for a few years depending on which species, and mingle, eat the same food, and yet somehow as they come back as adults, they're kind of segregating themselves into their groups of where they were born to go back to those streams. Then those carcasses also become nutrients for the nearby forest and everything else that relies on that forest ecology there. It's just a really magical place, and it's all linked together because of salmon.